Sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. I need everybody today, everybody that's listening, I need you to catch fire today. I want you to catch fire today. You want to phrase it another way? I want you to catch on fire today. But I need you to catch fire today. I need today to be the day that you stop complaining and you do something. Do you know why a lot of people can't move forward in their life? Because they complaining about their past. They always complaining, man, about something that explains the reason why they are. Let me help you with this right here. If you are steady complaining about the reason you are, if I hadn't have met this man, if I hadn't have been involved with this woman, if I hadn't have had this baby, if I had have never went down there, if I hadn't have got arrested, if I hadn't have this, if I hadn't have that, if I had have just finished school, if I hadn't have, hey, stop. All that stuff that you're complaining about, everything that you keep allowing to resonate with you as a reason to justify and explain you not being successful, can I share something with you about all of that? Guess what it is? You done got past all of it. You done had the baby. You got arrested. They didn't kill you. You didn't finish school, but you still standing. You met that man, he gone, he involved with 2 other women right now, got 3 other kids. Guess what? You still here and the baby's here. You got over all the injustices that were done to you. You got something happen to you when you was a kid. You're an adult now. Somebody did something to you when you was a little boy. Guess what? You a man now. Some things happen to you that you haven't found closure on. The person that you're looking for closure from has moved on. Can I tell you that everything that has happened to you, do you know you've gotten past it? So why are you steady complaining about what has happened to you that has caused you to be in this position, but do you understand that it's prohibiting you from moving forward? Stop complaining today. Catch fire. Let your past be your past. I've told this to you 100 times on this radio, but I'm going to say it again. Bishop Jakes told me something, man, that helped me so greatly. You can't drive your car if you gonna keep looking in the rearview mirror. That's why the windshield is huge. The windshield is huge. The rearview mirror is this tiny thing that sits up there. Now, all it's for is so you can see stuff that's coming up on you. All the rearview mirror for is so you can assure yourself, listen to this. The rearview mirror is up there to assure you that you've cleared something. See, that's what the rearview mirror is for. So when you pass a car and you want to switch lanes, you can glance up there and it says, okay, you're clear now. You passed it. You can switch lanes. That's all the rearview mirror is for. It ain't for you to stare at and dictate your life with. What you tripping for, man? Catch fire today. Today, man. Quit complaining about everything that did happen to you. Life is 10% what happens to you is 90% what you do about what happens to you. What are you going to do about it? So what? I got all this. Look, man, your story ain't no deeper than nobody else's. I can tell you I was homeless for 3 years. It's people been homeless for 30 years. How long I'm going to ride that out? Well, I can't do nothing right now. I fell on hard times and I lost my place to stay. Where you staying now? See, the majority of people are staying somewhere right now. I was out there. I didn't have nowhere to go. I'm in a shelter now. You was under the bridge a week ago. You in the shelter now. Why you still crying about the bridge? You in the shelter now. Man. You know how you find your purpose. You get in touch with who created you. Because when God made you, he had a purpose in mind. Now, we've ignored it and we haven't tapped into it, but we all had a purpose. You don't, and sometimes it takes people longer to discover the purpose. Colonel Sanders was frying chicken with a recipe that he was telling people was the best chicken in the world. Ain't nobody believe him till he turned 70. Why you think the dude that's on the Kentucky Fried Chicken signs is old? That dude ain't 20 up there. He old. He old. But you know what? He had been frying that chicken for 40-some years. They just found out about it when he was 70. But he didn't give up his purpose in life. This dude was just frying chicken. See, people keep looking for their gifts in all kinds of places when it's right there in you. You ain't got to go to school to find your gift. You're born with the gift that God got for you. You go to school to tack it on to something else. But your gift was already given to you. You were born with that. You don't have to go to college to know your gift. Your college allows you to enhance it and to find something to attach it to. And hopefully you get a degree that attaches your gift to a vehicle where it can work. The problem with college is we go to college and we attach it to what we like or what we might be passionate about, and we ignore the gift we have. You know how many people that graduated from college ain't doing nothing they went to college for? Come on, man. You know why? Because you discover in life your gift. You discover what you was born to do. I wasn't born, you know what my major was in college? It was advertising. I can't be at no desk drawing no picture for nobody. But now guess what? I can wake up every day and guess what? I can tell you. I've been advertising my career. Come see me live. Come see me live at Madison Square Garden. Come see me live at Phillips Arena. Come see me live at Joker's Comedy Club. Come see me live at Percy's. Come see me live at Ellis's Tavern. Come see me live. I've been advertising the whole time. But I had a different purpose in mind because I went and I talked to God, and this is how you do it. You go talk to God and say, hey, God, look, okay, this is the deal. I've been struggling here. I'm over 40. I still haven't found my purpose in life. Okay, but so I can quit wasting any more time. Would you help direct me and guide me to my purpose? I know you created me to do something. I just haven't found what it is. And the reason I haven't found what it is, because I've been doing things my way. I ain't been checking with you, conferring with you on anything. I ain't locked in or tried to settle it up with you. I've been just doing my thing. Well, my thing has gotten me as far as it can get me. How about you take over and do your thing? Now, can you direct me in my path? I'm an open book. Treat me like a piece of clay. I'm telling you, man, if you go to God, he'll give it to you. But see, you have not because you ask not. How many times have you asked God for it? This ain't no magic trick, y'all. This is the deal. You got to catch fire today. Catch fire today. I am. I'm excited about today. I've got a lot to do.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and I would argue a nation of some major filth.
Hi, I'm Gabby Watts, comedian and podcast producer. Also, not to brag, I went to an Ivy League school and majored in history and graduated highly unawarded. And I'm hosting a new history podcast called American Filth, where we're diving into the filthy underbelly of the good old US of A. I'll be talking about a founding father who died from a DIY catheter, the woman who wrote the dirtiest blues song ever recorded, how the Pilgrims smelled terrible, and of course, a 17th century bestiality panic. So join me as I plunge face first into the dirtiest people and events in the annals of American history. Listen to American Filth on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We have arrived at another blessing. It's called today. We have arrived at another gift. It's called the present. We have arrived at another moment in time that none of us have ever been granted before. It's called now. Man, I thank God for now, for today, for a new opportunity. I thank God for helping me and my wife survive all of it. I thank God for friendships. I thank God for praying people. I thank God for those people who love us. Man, thank you, Lord. Thank you for whatever you're doing behind the scenes that I'm unaware of. Thank you, Heavenly Father, because you done kept us through it all and you'll keep us through all this too. We say thank you. We give honor and God to God Almighty. Man, oh man, oh man. We feeling good. We stronger. We together. Everybody looking good. This is Steve Harvey Morning Show. He ain't through with me yet. You know, I wish y'all was, but he ain't. I really thank God that he ain't. I wish y'all would go somewhere and sit down.
Everybody see
Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey ain't got no problem. We are wonderful. God is good, man.
Oh, man.
Nice try, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
It's happening to me, and I like bringing it up because I like tell people how good God is. Period. And if one of my reasons for being tested is just to show people that you're supposed to, like Isaac Curry had that song. What was that song Isaac Curry had?
In the middle. Praise him in the middle.
Praise him in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of it. And I'm still giving him praise and honor. I'm trying to do the best I can, man. Now, I heard somebody say, good morning, Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Mississippi Monica, and Junior.
Morning.
Somebody said, Steve, just keep praying for your enemies. My direct and immediate response was,
wow.
I hope all of them get big ass hemorrhoids and they bust while they at Disneyland. That was my
prayer.
That is so bad. That wasn't the right prayer, though.
That was not the right.
I didn't say it was a prayer. I said my whole thought. I've learned not to pray for the demise of my enemies. I did ask God one time to remove somebody from earth, and he didn't. And that's when I knew I wasn't supposed to pray for them.
Wait a minute. When you
it was a long time ago.
A long time ago. We talking about 2017? What you talking about?
Oh, no. I was in my 20s. Lord, one time. I didn't know God worked like that. I didn't know he didn't do evil on your behalf. I didn't care how he did it. I just had prayed that he was removed from the earth. I just had, as long as he go to hell or wherever you're going to take him, just could you take him today?
You got these thoughts and look at you today.
The answer to that
was and you rich today
was
and you terrible.
No. Well, you know.
That was your prayer.
Well, I didn't know at the time, Carla.
You rich today. I swear to God, you don't care.
I wasn't rich then, though. That probably delayed it for a while.
I set you back a minute. Yeah. All right, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from Junior in for the nephew as he runs that prank back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Did you know that if you're an employer who's hiring, the average cost per hire is close to $5,000? If you're investing that much money into each new hire, you want to get it right? So what's the most effective way to find the best people for your roles? ZipRecruiter. You can post jobs for free so you can see for yourself how effective ZipRecruiter is at helping you hire. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/strawberry to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/STRAWBERRY. All right, it is time to run that prank back with Junior in for the nephew. Junior, what do you have on the menu for us today?
Your wife cheating on both of us. Let's go, Kat.
Oh.
Hello?
I'm trying to reach Terrence, please.
Who's calling? Who's this?
My name is Mark. How you doing, brother? I work with your wife, Veronica. We're on the same sales floor together. I think I met you before, but I don't know if you remember meeting me, but I work at the job with Veronica.
Is everything all right there, or what's going on?
No. Everything's straight here at the job. No, not a problem at all at the job. But I wanted to.
Is she all right, or is everything all right?
Oh, yeah. She's all right. She's perfectly fine, man. I actually, like I said, my name is Mark, man. You don't remember me, Terrence, but I just wanted to talk to you. Like I say, I got some things on that's been bothering me for a minute, and I just kind of wanted to reach out to you and, just kind of have like a little heart to heart talk with you, man. So maybe, we can get things in a better position. But I just wanted me and you to have a conversation.
Wait a minute. Did how'd you get did Veronica give you my number, or how did you get my number? That's what I'm trying to, like, what's going on?
I've had your number. I just hadn't never reached out to you before. But like I say though, man, this has been bothering me for a minute, and I wanted to get it off my chest so you and I can try to, I guess, fix this whole issue. But I just want us to see if we can fix it,
Well, fix the the issue? What's the issue? I don't understand. I'm not following you. I don't understand. What is the issue?
So, like I said, I went on and got the nerve up to get you.
Spit it out, brother. Spit it out. Talk to me. What's going on?
Okay. Your wife, man, is cheating on both of us. We got to do something about this, man.
Did you say she's eating on both of us? What did you say? I didn't
she is cheating. She is cheating on the both of us, bruh.
Wait a minute. It sounds like you said cheating. I don't know what you...
Veronica is... Listen to me, Terrence. Veronica is cheating on both of us.
You saying Veronica's cheating on me?
And me, you know? And we got to figure out what we going to do, man. But as a husband, I'm going to need you to step up and get this thing in order.
What you talking about? You saying Veronica is cheating on me with you? No. She's cheating on both of us with somebody else.
What you mean? I've been noticing her going out with this, going to lunch with this other cat. So I'm like, I got pissed off about it. So I said, you know what? I can't take it no more. I'm calling Terrence.
You saying to me that my wife has been cheating around the job with somebody else?
She cheating on both of us, dude.
I don't get what you mean. If my wife is cheating on me and you calling me to tell me that she's cheating on me, I appreciate that. But I don't get what you're saying she's cheating on both of us. I don't get that part. I don't understand what you mean.
Well, me and Veronica have been, kind of cool, last 8 months to a year. We've been, pretty tight here at the job. You know what I'm saying? So...
Listen, what you mean y'all been cool? That's what I don't understand. Like, what do you mean y'all been cool? Because that's my wife. Tell me what you're talking about.
Okay, all I'm saying is me and her been real cool. We've been real tight, Sometimes we take lunch and then, don't come back. That's our thing, though. But, now, I'm noticing, she done went out, she done went to lunch a couple times with this brother named Alan. And I'm like, okay, no, it ain't finna go down like this here. You know what I'm saying?
Are you my wife, man?
Hey, that's not why I called you. I called you to
my wife. That's what I want to know.
I'm telling you about this dude named Alan. I need you to step up as the husband and fix this.
But you telling me that my wife is cheating on both of us. There ain't no cheating on both of us. If she's cheating, she's cheating on me. You telling me that you're with my wife too? That you've been messing around with my wife?
That's not what
you're saying, brother.
That's not the part I'm trying to talk about. I'm trying to talk about this dude named Alan, man. That's what I'm trying to get out.
No, we're going to get to Alan. We're going to get to Alan. You saying that my wife, man, it's some crazy shit. Yo, you know what, man? I'm about to put my foot right up your because I don't play those games. You with her, she's with me. We messing around, we doing this and doing that. It don't work like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Dude, I hear what you're saying, but the beef ain't with me. The beef is with Alan.
The beef is with you.
No, she messing over both of us with Alan, dog.
I'm about to call her a three-way because there's some right here. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, hold on, bro. I just want you to deal with Alan.
Are you at the job right now?
I'm at the job, yeah.
I'm about to come put my foot all in your You understand me?
No, I hear you, man. Alan is the one that then blew this thing out of proportion, dog. She messing over me and you with this here.
There ain't no me and you. I don't share. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
You don't hear me. You don't hear me. There's no sharing that goes on over here.
Okay.
Do you follow me?
I do. I'm just saying,
What are you saying? Meet me right now. I'm about to come up here where you at right now. Where you at?
I'm at the job where Ronnie at. I call her Ronnie. I'm at the job where Ronnie at. I call her Ronnie. I call Veronica Ronnie. I mean, that's my little nickname to her.
I'm all right, but up there.
Well, hold on, Ronnie.
Ain't
Ronnie.
No hold on.
Hold on, she right here.
She's right where?
She right here. Right here.
Put her on the phone.
You want to
put her on the phone?
Huh?
Put her on the phone.
Okay, cool, man. Cool. But can I tell you what she's saying?
I don't want to hear what she's saying. I want her on the phone right now.
Okay, but can I tell you what she's telling me to tell you?
She ain't telling you to tell me a damn thing. Because the only thing that you gonna be getting is my foot up your.
Okay, but Ronnie want me to tell you this, man. Just listen to me, Terrence. She wants me to tell you that this is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your wife Veronica.
You know what? I don't play this. I'm gonna all y'all up here, man. I'm gonna all y'all up. I'm gonna give you an old school whooping. Y'all ain't even right for this.
You all right, man?
No, I'm not all right. I'm in the car. I'm sweating. I was on my way over there. I'm about to go to jail messing around with y'all.
Hey, let me ask you this, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
You already know. Harvey Morning Show.
There, Shirley. That's it. Just bring your pink back right there.
All right. That's all we got. That's all we can say. All right, Junior, thank you. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO with our Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, Jeezy has reportedly filed for divorce from Jeannie Mai after only 2 years of marriage. Ciara's response to her, co-parenting question is hilarious. And Nelly, we've been waiting for this for a while. Nelly confirms that, yes, he and Ashanti are back together.
Dang.
Woo! We love that. And Whoopi Goldberg has a folding chair necklace. We'll tell you all about that. It's coming up at the top of the hour. Right now.
I saw that. Nice.
It is time to ask the CLO. Here we go. Jesselyn in South Haven says, my husband is a delivery driver and he's always got sweets like cakes, pies, and cookies that ladies leave for him, I should say, on their doorsteps. He said the old housewives call him sexy, but they're harmless and he doesn't flirt back. Should I trust him?
Yeah. And if you eat all them cakes, you ain't have to worry about this fat ass going nowhere, no how.
Being sexy.
Yeah. He eat all them damn cakes. Yeah, that's sexy title. I don't know if he really is sexy now, but don't worry about it. Yeah, it ain't nothing to worry about, you know? He told you how he got the cakes and pies. He told you.
So he didn't lie, you're saying?
Yeah, ain't nothing up. They leave stuff for him. You know how old people do.
Here, baby.
Baked you something.
I baked you something.
You like cookies? What your favorite pie is? Lord Jesus, that's mine too. You know, that's all it is. Don't even worry about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on to Adrian in the Bay Area, who writes, I'm on assignment in another state and my husband didn't go home 2 nights in a row. He doesn't know I put a camera in the garage. He wasn't at his mom's house, so where was he? Should I tell him about the camera before he lies?
Listen to me. If you're going to set the trap, set the trap. Now, you got a camera in the garage. He ain't been home. I'm already going to tell you what he said.
What?
I parked on the street. I already know what he gonna say. Because that's what I'll say. Put it in the garage. I park on the street. Walk on up to the door. Sometimes I don't feel like parking in the garage. That car be right there in front of the house. You got a camera out there too? No, I put it in the garage. Well, see, that's why you don't see me coming in.
Oh, you ready?
I'm already gonna tell you what it is.
So she shouldn't tell him about the camera, you're saying?
You need another camera.
Outside.
Who got their only camera in the damn garage? Well, everybody got them doorbells now.
Oh, the ring. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get one of them before you start all this here. Because right now, 2 nights he ain't been home. Do I tell him about? If you tell him that, guess what? Why don't you just ask him, baby, at night where you park? Just see if that don't come in. Baby, so when you come home, where do you put the car? And just see what he say.
Okay. What would he say if he were you? What would you say?
Well, see, if I don't know you got a camera, baby, I put the car in the garage. Well, I got a camera in there and I ain't seen it in 2 days. That's because I put it on the street.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say I put it in the garage every night. Because sometimes I don't feel like backing out. I just get ready to go to work. I just go on out there, jump on in the car, go straight.
All right, moving on to Betty and Teaneck. Betty writes, I'm dating a new guy and we like to drink and have a good time. But there's one problem. As soon as I buy it, he drinks it all up. He drinks all the good stuff up like it's water. Do I start buying cheap liquor for him or tell him to bring his own?
Yeah, y'all dates is BYOB. There you go. Yeah. BYOB. Y'all drinking too much. And then, why don't you stop buying? Since y'all like to drink, why don't you let some of y'all other people buy the drinks? And then you'll see what he buy. And then see, because a lot of people, I'm going to tell you, man, like if I'm going out with some people, I watch what they order. But then if I tell them I'm taking out, then, oh, Lord have mercy. Oh,
they order everything.
Y'all got Louis? Louis? What?
The good stuff.
I'm sitting there going, I was with a dude one time say, man, drinks on me, fellas. Hey, y'all got Macallan 30 year. I'm sitting there for 30 years. Dog, I took a dude to a Macallan bar one time.
That was me,
Junior, you want to tell him what you did?
Yeah, I had no idea I had ordered. Uncle Steve had knocked the menu out my hand because I didn't know what I was ordering.
And the man came up to Junior, and Junior came up because you know he got this Macallan. All the Macallans is here. Yeah. So Junior pointed at the one he wanted. He said, "Give me that one right there." They had 40 on it.
Yeah.
The man said, "Yeah." So, but it was 40 year.
Right.
So the man said, I wasn't paying no attention. I just heard the man say, "Exquisite choice."
Yeah.
And I looked up, I went, "Exquisite choice." In this restaurant, it's a cigar lounge. Exquisite choice. I looked up and said, "Junior, what did you order?" Ordered the one for 40 right here. I slapped that menu out of his head. That ain't no damn $40. That's 40 year. Junior had ordered a drink that was $2,800.
Exquisite.
I didn't know. Taste, Junior.
That man said, "Exquisite choice."
With the white gloves on. He had white gloves on.
Yes.
You know, I've been going to this cigar lounge, and I've heard him say it to me a couple times, "Exquisite choice." I try some different stuff. He told the Junior, "Exquisite choice." I stopped breathing. I looked up, I said, "Excuse me, man. What did you say?" He said, "That's an exquisite choice." I said, "Junior, come here, man. What did you just tell this man to bring?" Junior said, "That one right there, Unc. $40. I said, "Dog, that ain't no 40. That's 40 year Macallan. You know how much that is? Dog, $2,800 a shot." I slapped that menu on his hand.
He knocked the menu.
Black ass don't get this 12 year Macallan. Go sit your ass down.
How much is a 12 year?
About $30 in there.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I had no idea.
More in your price range.
Yeah, but he knocked the menu out my hand and looked away.
Because I've never heard that man say that. I've been going there for a long time. It's a place in L.A. Exquisite choice.
All right, last one. Last one. Tabby in Frisco says, "My husband and I went to rival colleges and we usually go to our game together, but my team won last year, so he doesn't want to go with me this year. This has been our thing for 7 years, so why is he being such a sore loser? Should I stay home or go?"
Because he lost. Rival colleges. He lost. He mad. He heard you hollering. He's sitting there next to you. And he know the team they got this year. They ain't even good as the one last year. He see the ass whipping. He know this writing on the wall. He know y'all gonna get him again. And he don't want to go. He a sore loser. Go to the game. Leave him at the house.
All right.
That's all.
All right. Thank you, CLO. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this.
Exquisite choice.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and I would argue a nation of some major filth.
Hi, I'm Gabby Watts, comedian and podcast producer. Also, not to brag, I went to an Ivy League school and majored in history and graduated highly unawarded. And I'm hosting a new history podcast called American Filth, where we're diving into the filthy underbelly of the good old US of A. I'll be talking about a founding father who died from a DIY catheter, the woman who wrote the dirtiest blues song ever recorded, how the Pilgrims smelled terrible, and of course, a 17th century bestiality panic. So join me as I plunge face first into the dirtiest people and events in the annals of American history. Listen to American Filth on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
911, what's your emergency?
He shot her. Oh my God.
It's a nightmare we could never have imagined.
And a killer who is still on the loose.
My small town rocked by murder.
There are certain murders I'm scared to discuss.
In the 1980s, we're in high school losing friends, teachers, and community members. One after another for a decade.
We weren't safe anywhere.
We're teenagers terrified to leave our own homes. Would we be next? Who is killing all the kids? And why?
In that moment, I saw rage.
And why do some want the town's secrets to stay dead and buried forever?
I'm not sure why you're digging up all this old stuff again, but I'd be careful. Don't say I didn't warn you, Nancy.
Listen to The Murder Years on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, guys, we just had Jeezy as our special guest on the show a little while ago, and we didn't see this one coming. But according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Jeezy has filed for divorce from his wife, Jeannie Mai, after less than 3 years of marriage. The divorce filing states that J. Wayne Jenkins, of course, Jeezy, we know him as Jeezy, and Jeannie Mai are currently living in a bona fide state of separation, and that their marriage is irretrievably broken and with no hope for reconciliation. The documents also state that Jeezy is seeking joint physical and legal custody of their 20-month-old daughter, Monaco. Wow.
So let me ask you a question. This is a question. So Jeezy filed for divorce?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how did the Atlanta Constitution find out?
Public record. I guess public record.
Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere.
Oh, okay. So if people really are getting a divorce, it would be on public record somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Especially if they famous?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anybody.
So you mean a beat reporter would see a person's name and be able to report that as fact?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. What did you get at?
Man, I'm trying to see what is your...
where you going?
What's your ultimate goal here?
Marriages and divorces are public records.
Public record.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if I was getting a divorce, that would be public record?
If you file.
No, you're making this about you.
File,
weren't we just talking about Jeezy?
Yeah, we just talking about Jeezy.
Yeah, okay, we're moving on. This was hilarious.
I'm just trying to make sure that's how it go.
You know how it goes.
So you say ain't nobody seeing yours on public record?
What?
I'm moving on.
Go ahead, Shirley. You can move on.
This was hilarious. And it has been trending all weekend. And in a recent interview with The Shade Room, singer and mom Ciara could not control her laughter when she was asked about how the co-parenting is going with her ex-fiancé Future. They share a son, of course, Future Jr. together. Take a listen.
And last question on this, what is co-parenting like for you guys? I'm done. You're awesome. Okay, and I feel like that's it. Yeah.
Laugh it up, Ciara.
No words needed. No words needed.
Yes, that was her answer. You heard her answer.
Yeah.
She said what she said.
Well, she laughed how she laughed. Yes.
Right. Hard, though. Hard. Russell making all this money. Ain't no co-parenting when you make $80 million a season. Ain't nobody co-parenting.
All right, so we're really happy about this next story because we've wanted this for a while. We already knew this, but Nelly has confirmed that yes, he and Ashanti are officially dating again. Yes, Nelly. What's wrong, Junior? What?
Nothing. Go on with the story.
Nelly was a guest on the podcast Boss Moves with Rashida. And when asked if he and Ashanti are dating again, he responded, yeah, we cool again. I think it surprised both of us, though. It wasn't anything that was like, I don't know, planned. I think we both were pretty much doing what we do. But sometimes being separate, you understand one another more. Ashanti and Nelly first began dating back in 2003. They dated for 10 years before ending things in 2013. So hopefully this won't be another 10 years.
They need to get married.
Yeah,
I
get
thought
married.
Nelly and Ashanti was going to be like Beyonce and Jay-Z back in the day, that power hip-hop couple. Get married, y'all.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What, Steve? What
yes,
now?
Steve. I see your... Yes, what?
I have another question about
Here
relationships.
we go. I'm sick of your questions. What?
So you mean to tell me if Nelly say they together,
everybody
if it come out Nelly's mouth that they are together,
He said it, yes.
Yeah.
you mean that's what they go with?
Yes. And,
Wait a minute,
we've
wait a
seen
minute.
them together. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
All of the blogs and stuff is running with that one?
Yeah.
Because he said it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What you, another question?
No more questions. What?
Can I try something?
Go ahead.
What? Say it.
Me and Marjorie have no marital problems, and we doing wonderful. Ain't nobody filed for divorce, and we on grandbaby watch right now, and we are happily married, and there has been no infidelity in our relationship. Can I say that? And they run with that.
Run tell that.
Ain't nobody finna believe you.
Right.
That's what's crazy though.
You said all
now,
that.
Y'all gonna have to stop. Y'all gonna have to stop doing this now. If y'all gonna trust and believe Nelly,
Hey,
y'all gonna have to believe Uncle Steve.
hey,
It's hot in.
let's go ahead and just say it. Shirley, let's go ahead and say it. Let's go ahead and say it, Shirley, cuz you lost your wife to your security guard. Let's go ahead and just put it out there.
Hey, man, I got something funny to tell y'all. Hold up, Junior. I got something funny I got the funniest Boomerang story of the year. I'm glad me and Boomerang, when we come back, I got the ultimate Boomerang story about this whole thing when we come back. Okay. Boy, boy, let me tell y'all something. When I talk Boomerang, I had to call JT and have him repeat it to JT. We laughed so damn hard. You know, Boomerang has some classic things over the years. Yeah. When we come back,
come on,
the ultimate boomism when we come back.
All right, coming up in 20 minutes after you heard it from Steve, he's got a Boomerang story for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, you have a Boomerang story for us. You can't wait to tell us. What is it, please?
All right. Everybody know me and Boomerang, we've been boys for a long time.
Years and years. Yeah.
And, you know, Boom kind of aggravated by these rumors out here about it. So me and Boom was talking this weekend. I said, Boom, give a damn about that, man. We know each other. Man, y'all like family to me. But you know, dog, what pissed me off was they tried to get me with that A1 attraction. And that's what pissed me off. I said, wait a minute, dog. What? They tried to get you with what, Boomerang? He said they tried to get me with that A1 attraction. So I've been knowing Boomerang a long time, so I had to kind of work through what he might be saying. I said, Boom, what are you talking about? He said, you know how they try to make it sound like you said something, but it wasn't you talking? I said, hold up, dog. That ain't A1 attraction. I say that's AI. Yeah. That's artificial intelligence. He thought it was A1 attraction. You know, when they make it sound like you said something you didn't say, tried to put that A1 attraction on me, dog. You know good and hell well that ain't me. I said, dog, that's not A1, that's AI. Artificial intelligence. Boy, I got on the phone and called JT, my old barber. I said, hold up, JT. You said you hadn't laughed in a couple weeks. Boom. Tell him what they put on you on the internet. Because I hadn't let him know it was AI yet.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because I needed JT to get it. Dog, they trying to put this on me, dog. You know good and hell well I don't do no mess like that. They put that A1 attraction on me. JT said, A1 attraction. I said, JT, he trying to say AI, artificial intelligence. Boy, we was on the phone. I laid in the grass at my ranch.
You know Boom has a way with words and phrases.
Either a way with words or don't know no words. Either one. Boy, I couldn't read. We laughed so damn hard.
But he be dead serious.
No, dead serious.
Dead serious.
JT called you, Kia?
Yeah, he told me, why'd you got to laugh? He told me what Boone said, the A1 attraction. I told him, he said, man, it's a shame. He an author.
But what does he say when you tell him it's AI? What does he say when
he laughed hard? He laughed JT. We was on that phone laughing, because we've been laughing like this damn near 20-some years.
Yeah.
I was in the grass laying up. I messed around and my foot was on an ant bed. I looked down. My whole damn right leg is covered by ants. I had to walk their ass in the lake.
Oh no.
Yeah, I just went and stood in the lake up to my knee.
Oh, and I got rid of
off of me. Yeah. Boy, I was laughing so damn hard. Thank you, God, for finding laughter in the middle of it. Thank you.
Yes.
God.
All right, coming up at 34 minutes after the hour. Back so soon, Sister Odell is going to join us. She has some inspirational words for Junior on his anniversary. Yeah. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, as promised, she is here, Sister Odell. There she is.
I was lost. He came and rescued me. Oh, hallelujah. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sister
Odell.
Hey, Carly, how's you, sweetie?
I'm good, Sister Odell. How you doing?
I ain't asked her. How's the baby Tasha doing? I heard she running track now.
Yes, ma'am. She does. She's a high jumper.
Oh, Jesus, that's good.
Yes, ma'am.
Monica, hi. Junior, hi, boy. Shirley, how's you doing?
Hello, Sister Odell. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Everything is wonderful. What's going on?
Well, you know, Junior just celebrated his 1-year anniversary over the weekend. And we know you've been married a few times, Sister Odell. So we wanted to ask you, bring you on, and see if you had any advice for Junior.
It just depends on what's going on. Is something wrong, Junior? Everything all right?
No, ma'am. Everything is great, Sister Odell. We just want to make it to 2 years.
See how you answered that? You didn't answer that correctly. I said, is everything all right? You said, yes, no, yes, ma'am. Everything ain't ever all right, Junior. It's always somebody got an issue. You know, the Bible says it's your cross to bear.
Yes,
you know, you just got to be a little bit more loving and understanding, because this is your first one, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, ask her a question, Junior.
Well, I'll ask you, Sister Odell. I think she don't respect me because of my voice, Sister Odell. Is that an issue?
That is an issue. That is an issue.
Oh, wow. You think that's an issue, Sister Odell?
And that very likely could be it.
So when I say you're not finna do this, woman, how does that sound to you, Sister Odell?
Well, you don't have a very commanding voice, Junior. Your voice ain't commanding at all. It's more requestful.
Well, what do you hear, Sister Odell?
I hear requests.
Like what?
I don't hear a demand or an order or anything. I just hear you sound like you're begging.
Begging? I'm begging?
Baby, you ain't gonna do this to me. Well,
how should he say it, Sister Odell?
Baby, you ain't gonna be able to do this to me like you want to. That's how you would have to say it.
Your voice got dropped low.
What do I sound like, Sister Odell?
You ain't gonna do this to me. I tell you right now. Now, you sound like Woody Woodpecker or somebody like that. You said Woody Woodpecker, one of them cartoon characters. I told you before, you need to deepen your voice. All of my husbands had deep voices. I dated James Earl Jones one time.
This is CNN, James Earl Jones.
How did he sound?
What'd he sound?
This is CNN.
I know. Well, you can see in here too if you want to.
How did you meet him, James Earl Jones, Sister Odell?
He was doing a civil rights story.
A civil rights story?
Where? You just happened to be there?
Yeah.
Out on the bridge down in Selma, right before they went across it, we was having prayer.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
So
hello, Sister Odell. I went,
Lord, you finna get this. You finna have your way with me. What you finna do? Big old rough voice.
So that's what Junior needs to do, you're saying.
I need to do that, Sister Odell. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, you need to toughen your voice up. You're going to have problems in your marriage like that because the children's voice is stronger than yours. I know you married, all the kids sound tougher than you.
The grandbabies?
Well, she got children. I know you're a father and you're a grandfather right away.
Yeah.
Your grandbabies damn near sound just Damn.
Was that Junior or the babies? Which one?
See right there, once it's confusing.
It's confusing.
Junior, I'll come on and give you some wedding advice whenever you need it, sweetie. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to get on out of here.
Thank you, Sister Odell. Thank you.
Sweetie.
Coming up next, it is Junior in for the nephew with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today. And the subject is one of your favorite songs, Steve, Boogie Wonderland. We'll get into that, find out what that's all about in just a few, because right now it is time for the prank phone call for today. And Junior is in for the nephew. What you got, Junior?
Repo the pews.
No, not the church pews.
You gonna take the pews?
The Lord's house?
That's terrible.
I can't go to heaven and see him in there. I can't. I cannot walk up there and say, "Is that time?" Here we go. Repo the pews. See, he cannot get past Peter. I don't see it.
At the gate.
I don't see how he get in. I don't. No. All this work I'm doing down here on earth, he get to just make fun of the church and he get in. Repo the pews. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. All right, take time. You know what, you less than 2 weeks away, man.
2 weeks away, out in Highland, California, on the 29th at the casino called Yamave. Yamava.
Yeah.
Yamava.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wouldn't name it just Yamaha. I don't know why they wouldn't name it Yamaha Casino so everybody know what it was. Everybody like Yamaha. Well, that's what you get though when you're trying to be creative. Just name it something we can all remember. Yamaha Casino would have been real name, but you got your mom and all this. We don't know what you're saying. Anyway, it's going to be a motivational speech out there on the 29th out there. So if you're down in LA and you want to see your boy live, ain't seen me in a lot of years, man, I'm going to be doing something live, motivational concert. Then next night I'm in Durant, Oklahoma. That's 90 miles north of Dallas. So they driving up for that. North of Dallas at the Choctaw Casino. See, you can say that. That's a real nation, the Choctaw Nation. See, that's right. You don't go over there messing with that, people like that. They call the Choctaws for a reason. And it sound like, that's what it just sounds like it could be a problem if you go over there wrong. So we don't want to go in wrong. Want to be respectful. Love Choctaw Nation, Choctaw Casino. Steve Harvey will be there. Motivational tour on the 30th. Yeah. And then after that, me and my girl, we going to get up in the air and we're going on a trip. Anyway, I ain't going to post it or nothing because you're probably going to lie about that. But that's where I am. Those are the dates.
All right.
That's what's
coming
going
up
on.
Next. Thank you, Steve. Coming up next, it is a strawberry letter. The subject, Boogie Wonderland. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and I would argue a nation of some major filth.
Hi, I'm Gabby Watts, comedian and podcast producer. Also, not to brag, I went to an Ivy League school and majored in history and graduated highly unawarded. And I'm hosting a new history podcast called American Filth, where we're diving into the filthy underbelly of the good old US of A. I'll be talking about a founding father who died from a DIY catheter, the woman who wrote the dirtiest blues song ever recorded, how the Pilgrims smelled terrible, and of course, a 17th century bestiality panic. So join me as I plunge face first into the dirtiest people and events in the annals of American history. Listen to American Filth on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
911, what's your emergency?
He shot her. Oh my God.
It's a nightmare we could never have imagined.
And a killer who is still on the loose.
My small town rocked by murder.
There are certain murders I'm scared to discuss.
In the 1980s, we're in high school losing friends, teachers, and community members. One after another for a decade.
We weren't safe anywhere.
We're teenagers terrified to leave our own homes. Would we be next? Who is killing all the kids? And why?
In that moment, I saw rage.
And why do some want the town's secrets to stay dead and buried forever?
I'm not sure why you're digging up all this old stuff again, but I'd be careful. Don't say I didn't warn you, Nancy.
Listen to The Murder Years on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. If you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know, it could be yours.
You never know. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Strawberry Letter with my good friend Shirley Strawberry.
Thank you, my good friend Junior. Subject, Boogie Wonderland. Dear Steve and Shirley, my husband and I have owned a lounge for almost 10 years, and over the years, it's transitioned into a few different things. We used to sell fish and wings, then we stopped doing food and went to a live jazz and wine tasting. No one came to that, so we started catering to the younger crowd, and that was a big problem because they don't know how to act. So 4 years ago, my husband decided to make it an old school lounge, and we put in shag carpet and hanging plants to make it look like the 70s. The neighborhood where the lounge is has gotten pretty bad over the years, but we wanted to keep it in the area because it's where my husband grew up. All of his old friends and his family come to the lounge and hang out, and he doesn't charge them for drinks at all. All of the men have nicknames, and they want to come to the lounge to cheat on their wives and play spades with women that don't mind messing with married men. My husband is cool with it all, as long as the lounge has people in it. I'm not in the business of running Boogie Wonderland with old people that don't spend money. We have no smoking signs, but my husband will not enforce it because his uncle comes in there and smokes. I found out last week that my husband allowed a group of folks to bring in a crock pot and put and casseroles for a birthday party. I'm sure he let them bring in their own alcohol too. It's time for us to close the Boogie Wonderland. How do I convince my husband to let it go for good? Well, it sounds like you're into the Boogie Wonderland for business, but your husband uses it to kick it with his friends and family and not for profit. Making money doesn't seem like a priority to him now, does it? It's his social hangout. So it will be hard to convince him to let the business go. Clearly, you're ready to go, and you're right. There's no way you can make money with the way your husband is running things. It's time for you guys to get out before you start losing all your money, because giving away free drinks and letting people bring in their own drinks and food will be a disaster for your business. You and your husband need to have a serious conversation about where this business is going, and you got to let him know how you feel. Steve?
This letter flat out just don't make no damn sense. I don't know. I mean, what your husband's in it for is not for the business of making money. I don't know what y'all bottom line look like, your P&L, all this here. I don't know what your return on investment is. I don't know how much it costs to run the place. I don't know how much in free alcohol he's giving away versus how much he's making. You didn't say if it was profitable at all, but it don't sound like it is. Y'all have no rules or regulation for this place. Y'all just open up, let people do what they do, and they're cooking food. Y'all used to sell wings and fish, and y'all stopped, and then y'all went to live jazz and wine tastings. Where they work at? Where do live jazz and wine tastings work at? In the hood. That's not a, y'all calling it a lounge. You have a tavern. This is a tavern.
What's the difference?
This is a place where old people go. Tavern. This place, let me tell you something. There's places in the hood where old people go. Taverns. VFW Hall. That's another place. Bingo. Now they making money at bingo.
Serious.
But your husband ain't. Now it's transitioned to a few things over years, live jazz and wine tasting. Nobody came to that. Then y'all started catering to the younger crowd. I don't know why you surprised with this. That was a big problem because they don't know how to act. Duh. Come on now. You know what this happens. You know what happens at these places. So 4 years ago, your husband decided to make it an old school lounge. So you put in shag carpet and hanging plants. And, and that it's gotten pretty bad over the years. The neighborhood y'all got it put the place up in, but your husband want to stay there because that's where he's from. All his old friends and family, they come to the lounge and hang out. He don't charge them for drinks at all. So they just in there living it up.
Kicking it.
They in the backyard. And then all the men got nicknames. Oh, I know this place right here. OT. OOT. That's short for Otis. See, I'll tell you what we do.
What?
Give me the old names and I'll tell you what their nickname is.
Ralph.
Ray.
Earl.
E.
Larry.
Big E.
Herman.
He dog. I know all the nicknames. We got
Jerome.
Romy.
That's yeah,
y'all know what these is. When we come back, I'll show you the nicknames of the rest of these people. And we're going to talk about, because they want to come to the lounge with these nicknames to cheat on their wives and play spades with women that don't mind messing around with married men. We're going to find out who these women are, what their name is, what the nickname is, and how they working out these arrangements while they playing spades. And they done put up the no smoking signs, but his uncle come in there and smoke.
And he says nothing. Yeah.
He don't say a damn thing. And everybody's scared of his uncle, so ain't nobody gonna say that.
All right. Listen.
His uncle is actually he dog.
We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, Boogie Wonderland. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is Boogie Wonderland, one of your favorite songs by Earth, Wind & Fire.
It is a great song of mine.
And the emotion.
It's a wonderful group. This wife got a problem with her husband. They've owned a lounge in their neighborhood for quite some time where he grew up. And as obviously not making money because he uses it as a hangout for his friends and family that he doesn't charge for drinks. He ain't got no rules established in there. He got no smoking signs up, but his Uncle Herman, who they call affectionately he dog come in there and smoke anyway. So don't nobody say nothing because everybody kind of scared of him. He been locked up 4 times. Everybody kind of leave he dog alone. So he coming in there smoking because he dog talking about how the hell we can't smoke in the lounge, we smoke in jail. When that's state logic, you kind of have to. I don't even understand it here.
Jail logic.
I don't even understand it here.
if you finna die and you had a last request, you can ask for a cigarette. I can't ask for a cigarette in here. How they working out? Now, she's also upset because they've made the lounge several things. They used to sell fish and wings, and they stopped doing that. So they turned it into a live jazz and wine tasting. Mm-hmm. Now, if they wasn't paying for that E&J, and they wasn't paying for that Crown and that Jack Daniel, what the hell make you think they finna come in here and listen to jazz and buy wine? What neighborhood is this? They just down there buying wine. They got some Chablis and some what? Chardonnay. You know, wine ain't really, you know. And then they're drinking. You trying to charge for Manischewitz and Dog and any Green Springs don't really. Wild Irish Rose that don't. You got the Thunderbird. You got hood drink. You Mickey's Ales. You trying to charge. There ain't nobody buying that. You know. Now they down there doing the hanging plants and shag carpet and turn into like an old school. Now y'all got wicker chairs and them bushes that people take their picture next to.
Wicker chairs.
And got that airbrush paint of that 1940 Cadillac in the background.
Come on.
You know, everybody posing next to that one kneeling down, and they leaning up against that chair on the back of that big wicker chair with the circle back.
The feathers, with their feather, the peacock feathers.
Yeah, they actually plumes. You got them plumes back there, and everybody take a picture. And, women ain't what they was, the men ain't what they were. The men got nicknames, and so give me some more names, and I'll tell you what their nicknames are.
Johnny,
JoJo. JoJo, what's up with you, JoJo? That's Johnny. Willie.
Oh, that's a good one.
See, Willie could go a lot of different ways. I've had several names from different Willie.
And it could be just Willie, though. But
yeah. It could be Big Wheel.
Yeah.
It could be W-Lay.
What happened?
W-Lay.
What's that?
Willie.
Will-Lay.
W-Lay.
W-Lay.
What about Ricky.
R.C.
Let's see.
All Ricky and that R.C. all that.
My favorite hood name is Craig.
Yeah, you love it, Craig.
Craig, that's Sea-Dog.
Sea-Dog, okay.
Sea-Dog.
Yeah, Craig is Sea-Dog. And so, now they dating these, who?
Stanley.
Oh, you Stanley. Oh, that's Sway.
Stanley is Sway.
Stanley is Sway.
Melvin.
Eminem. Mm-hmm. And now they're in here, they dating these women that they play spades with down there that don't care about dating married men.
Yeah.
So all the husbands down there cheating on their wives with these cheating women. Mm-hmm. Now, we got to go over that. This is Bernadette. Bernadette is down there. That's a hard name. Odetta.
Odetta?
Yeah, Odetta cheat and everybody's scared of Odetta. Bernice down there do like she wanna do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Brenda. You got
Brenda. I was gonna say Glenn.
Brenda is good, but Brenda cool. She ain't really made up her mind yet, but she just down there for fun. But everybody want Brenda. Clarissa. Clarissa is down there just going through husbands.
What about Betty?
Betty worked behind the bar.
Thelma.
Thelma ain't really doing much of nothing. She wants somebody to date her, but she not doing herself too early. Thelma pretty much cool. Yeah, she down there thirsty. She hanging on, hoping somebody holler at her. And then you got Thea. Thea down there. Everybody want Thea. She got new wig. She went down there to the beauty supply and came in on wig day, and she got that hot one, that blonde one. So that's what's happening down at the lounge, y'all.
I got one more name.
One more name. Go ahead. What is the name?
Audrey.
Audrey.
That's my grandma.
Gates. Ain't playing with nobody.
She down there talking about everybody.
Leave your comments on today's letter on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM and check us out on the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app where free never sounded so good. Now coming up next, it is Junior and Sports Talk. Junior, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
Okay, we'll get to NFL games tomorrow, but Unc, I got to talk to you about this, Unc, because Deion Sanders is putting college football upside down, man.
I've never stayed up in my life that late watching college football.
I'm telling you,
really,
I'm telling
or a pro game. I go to sleep.
Yeah, but is it the fact that he's Deion Sanders and he's doing it his way and he's not doing what every other college head coach is doing? He's doing it Deion Sanders' way.
Coach Prime.
Because it's like when the Colorado State head coach said that when I talk to adults, I take my hat and my glasses off. As if Deion Sanders don't have no home training. Because Prime talks to young men and he recruits all the time. He just recruiting young men. He understands the image, the swag, the whole nine. And shout out to Colorado for winning the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, man, what he's done never been done before. The way he brought in the recruiting class, the way he dismissed some players, and then the way the rest of the players walked in and quit. They didn't have the right culture. He brought in the right culture, but the most important things, he brought in his sons. Everybody's surprised at Shakur Sanders, but like Deion keep telling them, I've been watching this kid his whole life. I know who he is. And they've been coached that way. And so, there's nothing around that. And then that game right there, I actually thought, I said, man, they done lost this one right here. Because when they got the ball on the 2-yard line with a minute 30 or something like that left, that's a long way to go put that on the kid. But that kid started running that football, something he hadn't done, and got down there. And I just said, man, this is Heisman Trophy type gameplay right here.
Yes,
and that's what they're going to have to look at this kid as. And Coach Prime, he coaches the mind more than he does the players. And I'm telling you, man, somebody they looking at this guy, they looking at his contract. Somebody gonna come along and pay this boy a truckload of money. Now he's making more money than he did at Jackson. And for everybody that got upset because he left Jackson, y'all don't understand how God works. Deion put a lot of the HBCUs on the map. There's more HBCU games being televised now because of Deion than ever before. But Deion couldn't stay there and finish the work that Deion was created to do. He changes things. And now he's changing it at a program that's getting national attention. And that's special.
That's special, man.
I believe.
Coach Prime. Coach Prime.
I love Coach Prime.
Congratulations. All right, coming up at the top of the hour, a loyal listener, Steve, wants us to bring back one of her all-time favorite segments. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and I would argue a nation of some major filth.
Hi, I'm Gabby Watts, comedian and podcast producer. Also, not to brag, I went to an Ivy League school and majored in history and graduated highly unawarded. And I'm hosting a new history podcast called American Filth, where we're diving into the filthy underbelly of the good old US of A. I'll be talking about a founding father who died from a DIY catheter, the woman who wrote the dirtiest blues song ever recorded, how the Pilgrims smelled terrible, and of course, a 17th century bestiality panic. So join me as I plunge face first into the dirtiest people and events in the annals of American history. Listen to American Filth on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
911, what's your emergency?
He shot her! Oh my God!
It's a nightmare we could never have imagined.
And a killer who is still on the loose.
My small town rocked by murder.
There are certain murders I'm scared to discuss.
In the 1980s, we're in high school losing friends, teachers, and community members. One after another for a decade.
We weren't safe anywhere.
We're teenagers terrified to leave our own homes. Would we be next? Who is killing all the kids? And why?
In that moment, I saw rage.
And why do some want the town's secrets to stay dead and buried forever?
I'm not sure why you're digging up all this old stuff again, but I'd be careful. Don't say I didn't warn you, Nancy.
Listen to The Murder Years on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, Steve, this is from Melinda in Nashville. Melinda says, "Hi, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Would you ever bring back the singing contest you used to do on the radio show? I can't sing, but the people who would call in and think they could sing was the highlight of my week. Would you please bring it back for me?"
You know what? That was kind of one of my highlights, too.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's just do it.
I don't know.
Just to hear you talk about people. Just go ahead and do it.
But, you know, I miss a lot of stuff they made us stop doing, man.
Like?
And I don't know, you know, because of the culture we in, we had to stop doing a lot of things. I thought one of our most...
Because you can't talk about nobody.
Don't you? No, I know what you're
saying. No, it's several things that could... The Country Brothers was one.
Okay.
Yeah.
They stopped us from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
They stopped Eugene. That was very hurtful to me. And they stopped. Oh my God, my all-time favorite.
I know what it is.
Once again, but Slave Theater.
I knew it.
It was coming, Shirley.
Slave Theater.
Yeah.
Slave Theater.
We can get put off the air.
The brilliance of that moment, the reenactment of them two slaves.
Yeah.
It's just, I thought it was brilliant.
Came up to a stop sign and said, "If I stop."
No, the best slave theater was with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
When he was a special guest.
Yes.
And he said he wanted to get
He was depressed. He was very depressed.
He was a depressed.
Why we can't do that, huh?
Because, you know, well, right there, Junior, really the number one reason is because of them two right there.
That's it?
Do that. Yeah. You like really working here?
Right,
I love working here, but...
Shirley and Carla.
Especially Carla, you knew, ain't you?
They are the number one reasons why. I don't know why they took Eugene off the air.
Can you let them go on vacation?
Eugene was hysterical. We never, ever mentioned or degraded his choices.
No, of course we would never do that.
My number one tease for Eugene was when he broke up with Gloria.
Yeah, and the song. We used to play the song.
Don't play that song, no. Why would you do
that? My Gloria by Enchantment. And I don't even really think we ever got any complaints from any groups about it.
No. But she wants to know about the singing contest.
That's all
we about that. We can't even bring that back. We can't bring none of my favorite back. We had to quit doing Tongue Tied. Tongue Tied was one of my favorites too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then they come talking about people with speech impediment.
I know.
Well, hell, it was me.
Dumb. You know, can't do dumb.
And I was your interpreter.
I mean, dog, I studied. And people, we can't play stuttering prank calls no more. We can't do nothing, man, because somebody with a problem could be offended. Yeah. And I don't understand.
It's the way it is now. We didn't make the rules of the game.
The world has
But do you know, though, that no matter what you do, you can offend somebody in a joke?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, that I agree with you.
Because everybody's had some sort of experience.
Here's a brilliant moment.
Let's hear.
But social media can do anything they want with no ramifications.
Well, there are no regulations.
Slander you, lie about you, all of it. We know.
Not lie.
Oh, you thought they was honest?
Yeah. Nah, because he getting a divorce.
So is the singing contest coming back or not?
Yes or no? No.
On this show, what I've
you gotta watch
discovered
The Voice, so American
once
Idol. No.
something go off the show, it can't come back.
No.
All right.
But as soon as, I'm going to tell you this, as soon as Shirley and Carla go on vacation, B. Junior and Tommy
gonna do
is
everything.
going to do reenactment.
We may as well stay on vacation.
When y'all go on vacation, we do all of it.
Yeah.
We won't have a show to come back to. Thanks, lady, for your email.
Right.
Prepare yourself.
Coming up in 20 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
Melinda. Nashville.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, over the weekend, Drew Barrymore gave an emotional apology to thousands of writers who are part of the writer's strike because her show has returned to production. The Writers Guild of America members and writers for the Drew Barrymore show picketed outside of CBS studios in New York last week, and other shows like The Talk, Jennifer Hudson, Sherry, they're all returning in the next week also, despite the writer's strike. So, Steve, I have to ask you, has the writer's strike affected you and the things you do outside of this radio show?
Yeah,
and do you,
of course, the Judge show.
Oh yeah, Judge Steve.
Oh, it's affected.
Because I would normally be taping that right now.
Really?
It's been affected, but when you don't need writers to do your show, it shouldn't be a problem. They don't need writers on the talk show. All they need is producers to have subject matter. The women and the guys on the talk, they just talk about it. Sherry is an interview show. You don't need writers. All you need is producers. What's happening is, and you have to be aware of this, people who are not writers are losing livelihoods. Makeup artists, everybody is losing money hand over fist out here. And they can't sustain their families like this. You know, the average person lives check to check. Well, it ain't no check. So I support the writer's strike, but I also support the people's right to work.
All right. All right. Coming up at 33 minutes after the hour. Thank you, Steve. We'll play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time for a round of Would You Rather, guys. Would you rather a wife that whines a lot, or would you rather a wife that curses a lot?
I prefer A, because I already got B. Because I know she's struggling with me. I know.
Junior.
I deserve to be cussed out. I know.
I made you dinner.
I'd rather that.
Wow.
Then, hey, MF.
Well, you made it a year, so something's working. Steve?
Well, I don't know what the choice is about, because I was married to a person that was both. I was A and B all the whole damn time, so I just had to go.
Like what? How do you do both of those together?
He would be like, I got A and B.
I'm sick of your MFA. You know, you black. I wish you'd go to hell. You sit up in here. I don't even know why I'm saying this right here. It seemed to me like you done got on my last MFA. All that bull junk you be talking. I'm so sick of your shit. Iced teas and okay.
All right, so that's both. All right.
Okay.
Would you rather rather live in a haunted house, or would you rather live in a house full of circus clowns?
Ooh. Oh. I'm gonna go with the haunted house. At least I can talk back to the guy. Them clowns, I can't do them clowns. No.
I'm
scared.
Man, I'm in that house with them clowns having the time of my life. Hey, man, y'all get in that Volkswagen. Come on around here. Boy, the grandkids out there, here they come. Here come the clowns.
But they'll be scared. The grandkids will be scared of the clowns, don't you think?
It's not
No,
the
my
clown
grandkids
from
ain't
It.
scared of no damn clowns.
Yeah, it's not the clown from It. What's his name?
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say, Shirley.
My grandsons, all of them think they Carnage and Venom. The hell is they scared of a clown for? No, my grandkid, man, please. Man, me and Margie be sitting, I be laughing so hard at them damn kids, man. They are convinced with their little skinny ass that they is a superhero. They had them little suits on. Dog, hey, when they put them suits on, they think they it.
Yeah, the costumes. I love it.
Well, he had that cape on, jumped off the back of that couch, found out real fast.
He couldn't fly. He found
Why laughing so damn hard? Just all you heard. And then right after that, I'm hollering.
You wrong for that, Paw.
Man.
All right. Would you rather sex at 9 a.m. sharp every day, or would you rather sex outside whenever you wanted it?
9 good with me.
Right in the middle of this radio show?
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah. We'll be back right after this. Where's Steve at? Steve?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and I would argue a nation of some major filth.
Hi, I'm Gabby Watts, comedian and podcast producer. Also, not to brag, I went to an Ivy League school and majored in history and graduated highly unawarded. And I'm hosting a new history podcast called American Filth, where we're diving into the filthy underbelly of the good old US of A. I'll be talking about a founding father who died from a DIY catheter, the woman who wrote the dirtiest blues song ever recorded, how the Pilgrims smelled terrible, and of course, a 17th century bestiality panic. So join me as I plunge face first into the dirtiest people and events in the annals of American history. Listen to American Filth on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here we are, guys, our last break of the day on this Monday.
Yeah,
and,
right now.
Yeah,
new week.
It's a good day. Mm-hmm. Brand new week. Steve?
Hey, my closing remarks is kind of a little different today. This writer's strike that's going on in Hollywood, the things now, there are people going back to work. The View, The Talk, Drew Barrymore came out and apologized for going back to work. But I'm starting to understand this as I talk to people. I can't tell you how many people have called me because we've all honored the writer's strike. When the actors got involved, that was to honor the writers. Well, it's getting a little tiring for a lot of people, and I'll tell you why. Because it's affecting, by not having TV and production, it's not just the writers. The writers want more. The rest of these people just want what they was getting. So when you support the writers, because the writers want more, because I do understand they have a very, very valid point, because they're being used because they're taking their writing skills and content and they're putting in content formats and they're not getting paid for it. But they're making money on these other formats, and I understand that. So at first it was okay, hey, we jump in there and we support you, but you got to understand the makeup artists ain't working. The cameramen ain't working. The grips ain't working. The set designers ain't working. The catering companies are not working. The people in charge of lighting and sound ain't working. The engineers ain't working. The cleanup crews with all these contracts to clean up the studios and dressing rooms and makeup trailers, they're not working. And it done got old. And people are suffering, man. The common man is out here suffering. And so some of these shows is going back to work. And I got news for you. It's actors out here hurting. It's people with talk shows that are hurting, man, because they got bills to pay. And here's now the writers are getting mad at everybody for wanting to go back to work. But here's the problem, though, Mr. Writers, and I'm sorry to say this, but when you get your new contract and your money, you're not going to give none to the grips. You're not going to give none to the catering company. You're not going to pass the money on to them actors. You're not going to give no money to the sound and light people. You ain't going to give no money to the caterers. So we got you want more, and we got you being treated unfairly. But somehow, man, y'all got to come back to work and work that out on your own, it seems like it's what a lot of people are starting to say. Now, you might disagree with what I'm saying, but I can't support you in your strike, and your strike causes me to be out of work, and then whatever you negotiate on your contract, I ain't going to benefit from it. But I'm taking all the hits and losses of it. And that's where people at right now, man. And you got to understand that. So I'm in support of Drew Barrymore. I'm in support of The Talk. What you think they're going to feel about us? Hey, man, ain't nobody asking you how you feel when you can't pay your bills. You got to allow people to take care of their families, man. And your strike is costing way more than writers' money. And so there's a crack in the dam right now. And I think a lot of people are going to go back to work, man. And I think a lot of writers want to go back to work because, you know, this has been months right now. This is months of no income. And you just can't expect the average person to sit out. Man, I know people, you can't miss a check. Now, you talk about months. It done got old. Now the auto workers want to strike. But, you know, the CEOs at the auto companies, man, the UAW is a great organization, man. I was a member of UAW. That's the one I always identify with my time at Brook Park Engine Plant out in Brook Park, Ohio, outside of Cleveland. And look, man, when the executives who get these big bonuses and raises, and you look at all these executive salaries, and they getting them during this time right here, but then you telling these auto workers you can't get a raise, do you know the problem that creates? And then your statement as an executive is, if we give those auto workers the raise they're asking for, they will bankrupt us. Well, that ain't what you said when you gave the executives their raise. And we talking about millions. We talking about one person getting millions in bonus check. One person making tens of millions of dollars. Nah, you got the guy at the auto plant that's making 60, 70, 80, whatever that number is, and they want more. But you telling them they can't get more, but you keep giving the executive more, and it's public record what they're getting, and now these cats is going, hey, what about us? The UAW has a very, very valid point. But they also know the game now. Let me tell you how rich people work. Rich people know that they have enough in reserve to starve you back to work. And that's what they do. All you got to do is look at the picket lines, man. In the beginning, whether it's the teacher strike or whether it's the United Auto Workers strike, in the beginning, the lines is full of picketers. 30 days later, 2-3 people out there. They trying to get on the schedule to see who gonna show up. Then they got to call you. Hey, it was your day to picket. You didn't come. And they just eventually wear you down. Well, all these strikes is wearing people down. I'm supporting the UAW, man. They valid. They got real valid point. I support the teachers when they go on strike because they already underpaid. That's the worst I've ever seen of anybody. But the writers in Hollywood, man, I understand where y'all at, and you have a very, very valid point, but you got to find a way to get to work and still make them talk to you, because there's a lot of people suffering because of this strike, and they have to go back to work because they have families to feed. They got kids in school. So that's it. We all affected by it, pretty much at the point where enough's enough right now. So those are my closing remarks. Ain't got nothing to do with the most people out here except y'all hanging there. Keep the faith in God. God loves you, man. God will protect you from all your enemies. Remember that. Talk to God today. Love to hear from you.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm comedian Gabby Watts, and I'm hosting a new history podcast called American Filth, where we're diving into the filthy underbelly of the good old US of A. I'll be talking about a founding father who died from a DIY catheter, the woman who wrote the dirtiest blues song ever recorded, how the Pilgrims smelled terrible, and of course, a 17th century bestiality panic. Listen to American Filth on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
911, what's your emergency?
He shot her.
It's a nightmare we could never have imagined.
And a killer who is still on the loose.
In the 1980s, we're in high school losing friends, teachers, and community members.
We weren't safe anywhere.
Would we be next?
It was getting harder and harder to live in Mount Pine.
Listen to The Murder Years on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up? This is Big Loon. Check out my podcast, It's Up There. Each and every Monday, It's Up There podcast brings a conversation for supporters and business leaders of the culture. From the podcast, business, music, and entertainment deals, we have an in-depth dialogue with a level of understanding for everyone. It's Up There podcast sees through the smoke and mirrors within the industry while delivering a perspective that's one of a kind. Laugh, cry, and soak in game with every episode. Listen to It's Up There podcast on the Black Effect Podcast Network, iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Everyone in our country has a voice. It's something that says not just where you come from, but who you are. Welcome to NPR's Black Stories, Black Truths, a collection of podcasts and a celebration of the hosts in journalism who've always spoken truth to power. Our voices are as varied, nuanced, and dynamic as the Black experience, and stories should never be about us without us. Find NPR Black Stories, Black Truths on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.